G'day everyone, welcome to a new Global Sports Social. Now, today is Saturday, June the 28th. Apologies, it's been a bit of a break since I last did one of these. I suddenly had this thing where I needed to look professional and then I didn't do one. And actually these just need to be random, don't they? So I've decided to go random and I will try and make them more regular than they have been this week. So apologies for that. I'm also going to blame some of this on Chelsea because I covered their final group game at the Club World Cup. It was pretty rubbish. It was pretty straightforward for them. They had it won in a couple of minutes of added time before half time because they kind of thought like, oh, we should probably win this now. I haven't actually seen any of the Club World Cup since that moment, apart from one social media clip of River Plate kicking off. So that is going to be on my agenda for the rest of the week to check up on the Club World Cup, and I'll do all my catching up then. Welcome to Central Perth, by the way, or CBD, the city, whatever you want to call it. Perth Station is just behind me there. It's lovely. I've got this is like my old Norwich City video verdicts list, where I used to go to all the grounds, all the football stadiums across England, and would then do a little tour. These are a famous landmark. They're like cactuses or something or other, but my friend says it didn't really become a major destination for people to come and see these things, which you can kind of understand, really, can't you? The rest of the city is kind of up there and round. This is a nice bit. There's some cool buildings there, although that's more archetypal. Behind the cacti is the kind of more archetypal Perth architecture. I thought I'd bring you to the city. I don't really know exactly where I am other than by the station. Yeah, I've got a busy day ahead. I'm off to see the British Lions against Western Force. I think it's their first warm-up game here in Australia before their 3 tests with Australia. British Lions, such an amazing thing. I've never seen them alive, so I'm going to be seeing a friend and doing that quickly. I'm also helping us cover Formula One's qualifying in Austria, which is what I did yesterday with 2 free practice sessions. I've had quite a few questions on the F1, which I did really want to get stuck into now, but it's such a fascinating point in the F1 season. We're coming up to halfway. I think Ed Cousins-Lake was someone who got in touch. Hey Ed, hope you're well, to ask me about the British drivers, and this was, I think, after the last race in Canada. Understandable question marks over, has Lando Norris really got what it takes to win a world championship? George Russell as well, sort of bobbling along, Norfolk's own. But is he really at the very elite tier to win a world championship? Certainly while Max Verstappen is still on the grid. I must admit, I look at both Lando Norris and George Russell and feel like they have the potential to not quite be in that bracket, because there's something about, you can be an incredibly good racing driver, by the way, but there's something about that next level, I'm sorry if it's a bit windy, that next level of winning a world championship and that sort of ruthlessness that you need to achieve that is special. Not a lot of people have it, even at the very top of Formula One, which takes a lot to get there in the first place. You might get lucky, you might nail it every so often. I mean, I remember thinking that Nico Rosberg would never win a world title, and then he did. So you can get lucky or get the season where it all comes together. It's probably fairer than just saying it's luck, because it's never just luck. And it might be that comes true for George or Lando, and maybe more so Lando, because I guess he's driving for an incredible car at the moment. But I think it's noticeable that Oscar Piastri is such a cool, calm and collected figure, and he's got such a great platform to build off this year. He went away, said, I need to improve my qualifying. He's now out-qualified Lando this season, and we'll see how he does today. But yeah, fascinating how it's going to go forward across Austria, and I think we've now got 6 races in Europe before calendar heads back across the rest of the world, so it's exciting. Not really an in-depth preview, but I hope you catch the F1, and we will be live with it all weekend. We've got Luke Smith, who's trackside as usual, and then our editors Alex and Pat will be on board. Madeline will be watching on too. They do such a great job with our F1 coverage, so yeah, get on that. It's going to be a fun weekend, and I'll be steering everyone through it as well. So yeah, that's exciting. There's one thing I did want to share with you all, which I can't do now, but it was like a clip of squash. Now, if I was to list all the sports that I enjoy playing, and there's loads of them, I'm really bad at all of them, essentially, but I like to think I look good. I like to think I look good at these sports whilst being actually quite bad at them. But the one sport I've never really played, apart from once, is squash, because it just sort of hurt my wrist. I didn't really like it. And I saw this clip on social media again of off of Squash TV, I think it was. I'll have to find it for maybe a future one of these, as I'm now going to make them really quick and just bomb through them and really even more unprofessional than they were before. And they're literally just sort of wrestling each other. It's like they're wrestling whilst playing squash. I'd never really appreciated the physical element of squash play, other than not really liking playing it, which is maybe because I felt like two people in a box, you're just going to run into each other. I thought that was just me being just uncoordinated, but it seems like it's an actual tactic. So let me know your special squash stories. I'd like to know if you've ever come to blows, tripped someone up, like deliberately, like a kind of, tackle where you've gone below the knees and it would just get banned in like something like AFL, never mind a squash court. This referee, if that's what they called in squash, I'm not exactly sure, maybe it's an umpire, more likely. This umpire was trying to keep these guys calm, and especially one of them, he was livid. It was just brilliant. So anyway, yeah, I'll put that link in the show notes. The other thing is that it took me about 4 takes to record the last Global Sports Social, which was pretty annoying. And obviously most of it I spoke about OKC and Game 7, I think. It does feel like quite a long time ago now. And in one of the takes I said it, but I don't think I said it in the actual one that went live. Rick Carlisle saw the OKC team buses all painted and ready to go for the parade ahead of Game 7. Could you imagine? That was like my journalist brain, I mean it's everyone's brain, was flashing at this narrative of OKC having these buses ready to go, and then the head coach of the Indiana Pacers seeing that before talking to his team ahead of Game 7. Oh my gosh, I mean, obviously it's such a shame Tyrese Halliburton picked up the Achilles rupture, but had he not, and had he have pulled off something mental, that moment would have just come back and back again. It would have been an iconic moment. As it is now, I think everyone's just forgotten. I suppose you have to prepare for these things. Every club in a major final or on the brink of silverware will probably have T-shirts printed and a parade planned, because you have to you can't just do it the next day. You have to plan it. It's just the art of pretending you haven't, isn't it? Which is always quite amusing. So British Lions, I'm going to see the Matildas in a game against Slovenia. Oh gosh, my research. I'm seeing the Matildas in action, which will be cool in Perth. So we're going with the family with that as well. And then next week it's all about Wimbledon, which is also what I'm looking forward to. So yeah, welcome to Perth. Hope you like it. I'm going to dash off. Sorry this was a bit ramshackle, but maybe that's the way to go. Maybe that's where it needs to be. There's loads of messages I haven't even touched on, have I? Especially in terms of F1. But let me know if you watch it, you catch it, what you take from it. We'll see how it goes. As I said, I'm looking forward to it. And anything else across the weekend, let me know what you're watching, what you're following, and we'll discuss it come next week. I got to catch day 5 of England just pipping India in the test at Headingley. I think it was Headingley. Please correct me if I'm wrong on any of this stuff. And that was fantastic. A test match coming down to an epic finish on day 5 is something quite remarkable because of all of the lead up to something like that. So yeah, that was brilliant to watch. It's a good series, that. And yep, I'm off. My sporting thought for today is tell me what your thought is. Get in the messages in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Have a brilliant weekend and catch you on the other side. And enjoy all of the sports. And I shall leave you with the famous cacti